Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today, if you are into Sobrevivencia, this is an essential topic, and it's entitled, it has to do with how habitual behavior can prove to be fatal. Listen, a warm welcome to those of you that are here for the first time, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the little bell icon so you don't miss any future content early in 2025. You have free resources. The most important one, the no-cost Cane Clarity Call. Text the letters CCC to the number on the screen. In less than 24 hours, we will be on a phone call listening to you. What is it that prompts you to reach out and get more information? More importantly, we'll give you an action plan where you can actually attain your cane training goals, whatever they may be, in the most effective, efficient, and enjoyable way possible. It's going to save you tons of time and frustration and funds, right? Trying to figure this thing out on your own. And that's at no cost to you. So I want to get right into this. And this question, this topic was prompted by a question from ACST Master Level Caner William Perlman. And he's wise, he's in his 80s, and I certainly listen, when he has something to say. But he said, hey, listen, you and Maestro Reese Sobrevivencia teaches us to use our tongue, the words, your verbals, to water down situations and to get out of a mess. But what happens, there's something called habitual behavior that bypasses conscious thought. You just respond to something. That's the way you learned. You've been doing it your whole life, and now it's ingrained in your nerve system, and it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. And I'll give you examples of this, right? One of them is somebody cuts you off, you're driving, and you find yourself demonstrating road rage, right? And you're being demonstrative, and you're letting them know verbally and physically, and you're doing all kinds of gestures, right? That can take it. It's always interesting to me how when people come, this is happening all over, but it happens in Miami where people unfortunately lose their lives in a road rage situation. Something that, could have just been watered down or avoided altogether. But what do you do? What does Sobrevivencia have? What's the method that can allow you to bypass in this angry way, in something that's going to allow this situation to become a problem? And there's a difference, right? That's another topic. Situation now has become a problem. It's escalated. It's gotten out of hand. Well, Sobrevivencia borrows from psychology. And a simple way, right, that I'll share it with you is it's as easy as ABC. and each one of those letters stands for a word that will remind you how to go about this. And the first one, the A, stands for activation. What is it that triggers you? What is it that just happened? Well, in this case, somebody cut me off. Okay, so somebody got in front of you, or somebody said something to you that triggers this response in you. You find yourself getting agitated, you're ticked off, and of course now you're going to respond in this way that is probably not in the best interest. This is not what's going to restore peace. This is going to do the opposite. But the first thing is acknowledging what that activation or trigger is. Number two, or the B, stands for belief. Your belief about this thing that just happened, or this thing that was just said that triggered you. What's your belief about it? So if somebody cuts you off, are you thinking, well, he cut me off because he's inconsiderate, he's rude, just doesn't care, this guy shouldn't even be allowed to drive, and so on and so forth, right? So it's a character flaw in this individual, and this is just plain wrong. You could choose to believe and say, wow, I wonder why he's doing that. I wonder if he's in pain, his blood sugar is low, he's about to pass out. Maybe he is in a rush because he just got a notification that a loved one is in the hospital and he has to get there. Maybe there was an accident. You don't know that behavior. You just don't know. But you choose to believe, that, hey, he's not cutting you off. You don't take it personal. Same thing, somebody tells you something. At that moment, you, rather than responding, you choose to believe that this person is acting like that because they themselves are out of whack and they're taking it out on you. Is that enough cause to go ahead and destroy them? Right? So the belief, the activation being clear on what it is that's activating, and then how you choose to believe, which leads to the C, which is the consequence of the action, because what you believe about it and how you choose to respond is going to have a very different consequence. If I choose to escalate something, right, I choose to believe this person and I take something personal, that's totally up to you. By the way, how you respond is up to you. Okay, so this whole thing where it bypasses, okay, I get it. It's a knee-jerk reaction, but now equipped with this information, you can go in there and say, hey, you know what? I have a choice. You pause, and here it is again, that big SV. Take a deep breath, right, before you respond to this. This is not a punch that's flying at you. This is not something reflexive. This way, you can pause for a second and say, oh, look beyond it. This is what Sobrevivencia, this is one method that it teaches you as a way to go around this, because listen to me carefully, right? That monster, that comes out, that, that you got to prove to somebody, or just that rage and that anger, that's been built because at some point in your life, in your timeline, you went through trauma, whatever it is, we've all have gone through those things. That at the end of the day, you're responsible for your actions. You live in a society that's governed by law. You've heard me say this over and over. And so what Sobrevivencia does is it gives you options. The training, the philosophy behind it gives you options so that now you can go ahead and actually have more control over the way that you respond, because it can make the difference between going home safe and sound and it having a fatal consequence. And if you love this topic, listen, you got to, if you're not in the free, it's free. It's a free group on Facebook. It's called Sobrevivencia, the Cuban Cane Art of Survival. Look at it in the description, request entry. They'll just let you right in. But the most important thing you can do, guys, again, go to the Cane Clarity Call. Let's just have a conversation. And from there, you'll take some notes and you'll know exactly how to go about this. All right. So comments on this one. This is an important topic. Go ahead and comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.